What's up, guys? This is Brent with 247parts.com, the best place online to buy your John Deere parts. Now let's jump right on in to taking the deck off of this X700 series mower. First thing that we're going to do before even getting on the mower is we're going to go around and release all 4 of our gauge wheels. So 2 on this side and 2 on the other side. Next, we need to adjust our height of cut knob that is right here in the center of the floor of the tractor to the install position right here. Now we want to go ahead and hop on the tractor, go ahead and get it fired up there. Now, once we get the tractor started, the first thing that we need to do here is we want to go ahead and lower our mower deck all the way down to the ground. So what we're looking for is our top hydraulic lever here. And what we're going to do is we're going to push it forward until that mower deck is all the way down on the ground and it cannot go any further. Then we're going to go ahead and put our tractor in park. Or if you feel more comfortable, you can go ahead and turn the tractor off. Now, before we go any further with removal, the first thing that we need to do is release this locking mechanism here. And to do that, all we have to do here is push forward on that pin until it unlocks just like that. Then we need to move to the front of the mower and we need to unlock this pin here. So we're going to pull out, rotate this towards the front of the tractor, and then that will fall out of the frame here of the tractor. Now, once we have everything on the outside frame here of the tractor disconnected, now we can get on, start the tractor back up. And here is where things can get a little different depending on which model of tractor you have. So, for instance, the model that we're on here is an X754. So this is a 4-wheel steer, but only a 2-wheel drive. So we're only driving here with our rear wheels. So whether we are going over the top of this deck to get off of it, or if we're coming back to hook up, we're having to use our rear wheels. So to disconnect, first thing that I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the tractor out of park. I'm gonna go ahead and back up until my front tires are touching the front 2 horizontal pieces of metal on my deck. Once that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and pull back on my top lever here. And what that's going to do is that's going to raise up the drive shaft connection on this machine. Now, this has auto connect on this machine, meaning that you do not have to get underneath and disconnect the shaft. If your machine does not have auto connect, at this point, after you have backed up, you need to get off of the machine and disconnect your drive shaft. With this one here, we do not have to do that. So once I'm backed up, now I can simply pull down on my top hydraulic lever. That's gonna raise up my draft arms underneath that connect into that deck. So now that that is done there, now what I want to do, I know that I'm disconnected underneath. I know that I'm disconnected in the front. My gauge wheels are all loose and my deck is on the ground. Now what I want to do is I want to drive over the top of this deck. We don't want to try to back off of this. And the reason being is our front tires are not drive tires, so they're not going to grab onto the front of that deck to be able to pull this tractor over the top. So we have to drive over from the rear, drive over the top. So next thing that I want to do is I want to push down on my rear differential lock pedal over here on the left hand side. So I'm going to hold down on that with my left foot. I'm going to raise the power up, raise up my throttle on this tractor, and then I'm just going to simply drive up and over. Now, once you're like this, now we can do whatever we need to do. If we need to service this deck, maybe we need to clean it off. Maybe we're taking this off because we're going to be using some sort of front or rear attachment where we do not need the mower deck connected. Once we have this off, there is nothing left that we need to do to be able to go back to reinstall it. Now, this is where it gets tricky, once again, moving from that 2-wheel drive to the 4-wheel drive. Here with the 2-wheel drive machine, whenever I'm going back on, it's just a little bit more difficult because you are going to have to back on to the deck. So right here, we have these 2 metal fins right here at the front of the deck. These are going to be our tire grabs to be able to get you up and onto that deck whenever you are backing on. There are also just a few little nubs here on these actual protective pieces here that help with grip driving over. So this is how we're going to have to do it with a 2-wheel steer. Now, if you have a 4-wheel drive machine, this is a whole lot easier for you, as you can just whip that tractor on around and pull over the front of this deck, or from the back of this deck rather, just like you did coming off of it. But with the 2-wheel drive, It takes just a little bit more time, a little more patience, because we're going to have to back this deck on, then lower our carriage, and then pull forward to make that connection to the drive shaft. All right, so now I'm gonna go ahead and hop back on the tractor. We'll get this deck reinstalled on to the tractor. So go ahead and start it up. We'll back up here, get close, get lined up. Now what you're looking for is you're looking for your tires to be lined up in between your gauge wheel and that metal fin. So you want the edge of your tire to be equidistant on both sides to that metal fin and that gauge wheel. It's very easy to get off just a little bit, which is okay, but it makes it a whole lot easier if you have this straight whenever you're going on. All right, so just like that, we're gonna give the tractor a little bit more power. Now, once you're in this spot, if you have not raised up your hydraulics, you're going to be in trouble. So you want to make sure that before you start backing up, that you have pulled back on your hydraulic lever to make sure that your undercarriage is still in that raised position. So from here, we've got that raised up. We're going to continue rolling back, just like so. Then we're gonna go ahead and back the tractor up, just like we did whenever we took this off, and make sure that our front tires are just almost touching those front fins that we talked about in the beginning. Now, from here, what we wanna do is we wanna go ahead and lower our undercarriage. So we wanna go ahead and push forward on that lever, make sure that we've got those rods all the way down. And then now what we wanna do is go ahead and get off of the tractor and make sure that we are lined up underneath. So what we're looking for here is to making sure that our rod here is lined up, and whenever we pull forward is going to grab into the slot that it needs to. And once it hits this collar, it's gonna flip that lock into place and lock the deck onto the mower here. So we wanna go ahead and check this on both sides. So just go ahead and make your rounds. Make sure that we're good to go there on both sides. Then we can go ahead and hop back on the tractor, start it up, and we're gonna pull forward until we hear that click. Once that's done, we're gonna go ahead and turn the mower off again. And then one more time, we're gonna look underneath, make sure that we are lined up on both of our pins, and also make sure to look all the way back in here to see that our drive shaft is connected with the deck. Now, lastly, we do have to get our front connection hooked back in. So the end of this chrome bar here is going to go onto the two green hooks on the front of your deck. So we want to get those lined up, sat down into place, and pull them forward. Then what we're going to do is raise up here on this black bar with it rotated towards the ground. So you'll notice here that we have the lever here rotated towards the ground. If we try to raise up on this with it up, it's not going to fit into place. So have that rotated towards the ground, get that into the loops here on the frame, then we're gonna raise this up, and that is what's gonna tighten up this locking mechanism, and then make sure that our pin is in place, and now you are hooked back up and ready to go mow. Now, like I said, some of these methods may differ depending on which exact X700 series that you've gotten. So on the hookup there, if we did have one that had the regular drive shaft on it, instead of just being able to drive forward to connect those rear draft links and be hooked up at the drive shaft, we would actually have to drive forward, hook up those rear draft links, and then actually reach underneath and connect the drive shaft from the mower back to the tractor. But that is one good reason why whenever you are looking at speccing out one of these tractors and you're picking those different attachments, that the auto connect is definitely something that you want to look into to make sure that you're not having to do as much getting on and off the tractor as possible. So guys, I hope this video helped you out. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, we suggest you'd hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Also guys, if you're looking for any John Deere parts at all, make sure to go check us out at 247parts.com. And as always guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Hey guys, make sure to go buy your parts right here. and subscribe right here.